Greetings, scholars. I am Miss Malaki, the second grade ELA and humanities teacher at Fortune School. And this week, I'm going to introduce you to your new reading packet and writing assignments. Let's get started. Happy Monday, scholars. So this is your new writing packet for the week. We're going to be learning about frogs. So the first thing I would like you to do is fill out the vocabulary chart for the life cycle of a frog. Now, if this looks too small for you, remember you can always zoom in and make this a little bit bigger. That way we can see it. So, first thing I want you to do is go ahead and when I say the word, repeat right after. Life cycle. Good job. Tadpole. Excellent. Gill. Good job. Hatches. Excellent. Now I want you to try to define the word. Either use a dictionary or you can, if you need to, you can go on dictionary.com. That's a great website to also look up terms. If you do a Google definition search, please make sure you have a parent or guardian present whenever you're using any search engine. Thank you. So define the word and then write a sentence using that word. So write a sentence using life cycle, tadpole, gill, hatches. Pause the video and work on that now. And go. All right, welcome back, scholars. I hope you have this all filled out. Now let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's go ahead and read the story, The Life Cycle of a Frog. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't a story. This is true information. So would you say this is literature or informational text? And go. If you said informational, you're correct. This is informative text. So they're informing us information. So this is an article, not a story. Go ahead and turn and talk to either your sibling or your parent or guardian and tell them what's the difference between informative text or informational text and literature text. And go. All right, welcome back. If you said literature has characters, a problem, and a solution, a main idea, or a lesson learned, compared to informational, which has a point of view and a main idea, then you're correct. You know the difference on your genre-based thinking job. So let's go ahead and come back and read. The life cycle of a frog is amazing. Read below to learn more. Note, although many frogs have this life cycle, others do not. Some frogs don't even have tadpoles. Instead, their eggs hatch directly into frogs. Adam Hart Davis, DHD, Multimedia Gallery. Frogs begin life as tiny eggs. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. A full-grown adult frog. 1. A frog begins life as a tiny egg, usually in or near water. 2. After about 10 days, a tadpole hatches from the egg. It breathes using gills and moves like a fish. 3. After about 5 weeks, the tadpole's gills disappear and grows lungs. 4. At about 12 weeks, the young frog grows legs and its tail disappears. It leaves the water. It leaves the water and can live on land. 5. In about 1 year, the frog is a full-grown adult. Soon, the cycle will begin again. informational text off-page annotation. During the fluent read, did you hear any unfamiliar words? Did you hear any confusing parts? If you did, go ahead and put page 2 of your packet and tell me what confusing or unfamiliar words did you find. For me, I'm going to go back at the steps, and I'm going to look at the part where it says, right here where it says, and it grows lungs. What are lungs? What are lungs? It grows lungs. So unfamiliar word for me is lungs. And then let's see here. Was there any confusing parts? You can talk about this part as well. The tadpoles' gills disappeared. Why did they disappear? How do they do that? So I'm going to put the tadpole gills disappear. That's a confusing part for me. Why did they disappear? Was it because they were getting bigger? Was it? So I would want to ask questions like that. That's great. That's a great question you can possibly ask your teacher during their office hours. So I want you to try to fill this out now that you heard the fluent read, and go. Excellent job, scholars. I hope this is filled out to the best of your ability. If you couldn't come up with too many confusing parts, that's okay. If you couldn't come up with a lot of unfamiliar words, that's okay as well. We just want to make sure you found some that that you knew that you wanted to know more about. Now let's go ahead and scroll back up. What I want you to do now is I want you to try to read this story on your own and answer this part. What's the main idea and important information? And then what is the author's point of view in this text? So I want you to tell me, for subject or heading, you can tell me the numbers, and then you can give me the main idea. So you can tell me, for right now, we can say our subject is on page 2. And the main idea is the life cycle of a frog. I don't know why C is capitalized. So the life cycle of a frog. You can even put main idea. All right. So go ahead and try to fill this part out on your own for your Monday's assignment. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.